What up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Big Boosie. I'm back. Once again, Street Knowledge Podcast in full effect. You don't know how we do around here, man. I'd like to shout out to all my sponsors, man. Everybody that's been showing love. Everybody been sharing these episodes I've been putting up. It's always a blessing to know you got people in your corner. We are an up and coming, growing podcast. Big shout out to all the podcasts that's out there that's making big moves and making noise. We appreciate those type of guys that bring in the informative information. And, you know, those are the type of guys that keep our spirits up around here and make us want to go hard and, you know, get to that level because we coming. And we want to bring y'all informative information. We want to keep you entertained, give you a few good stories, a few interviews. If y'all go back and check our recent ones, we're about to come back and start doing the big interviews again. But I still wanted to give y'all the other side of street knowledge. So, you know, we do things off location of our normal set. But I would, I'd like to say thank you to everybody, man, that's been showing love, and it's greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. So now I want to go into a few things of once again, our culture doing things I think that we should not do. And it comes a time where, people probably mad with each other or upset with a person that might have done things to them. And then when they see that person that upsetted them about something lose their job or career or a business venture that they might got going on, and people think that that's cool to look down upon on them and or laugh and joke about it, and it's really not. We shouldn't be that way. We should be the type of people that's compassion, because when you show compassion, that's how you get your blessings from God, because there is God, and whichever God y'all believe in, God always going to give you your blessings regardless of the fact. So, I'm going to base this one around Diddy, but before I get into that, I want to give y'all a quick story. I was watching Wallow and Gilly the Kid the other day, and there was a guy on there, an Instagram sensation, and he was telling the story of how he got to be a multi-million-dollar company through Instagram. So he said he was working at Skechers, and his mother was sick, and she was like sick that they were saying that he should get down there as soon as he can, immediately. So he went to his manager and explained to him what was going on, and it was about his mother, and his mother was very sick. And the manager told him, well, you might as well wait till you get off work. Now, this is your mother, and anybody that has a job, the management should always look at the mothers, the daughters, the sons, the brothers, the sisters, the fathers, their fathers, and even aunts, uncles. If somebody's sick like that, it shouldn't be a question to let them go and tend to their loved ones. Because you got to understand, when a person is laying in that hospital, who would they want to see? They want to see their closest to the loved ones there by their side. That's what gives them strength to fight against whatever they're in there for. They're going for surgery. It gives them the strength to fight hard, knowing that they're going to come home. Knowing that they're going to beat whatever sickness it is in there. So just your family alone there is support to give strength to want to fight whatever they're battling against. So I don't think that it would be right for you to tell a person, wait till they get off work. And amongst those hours, what if something happened to the loved one, they pass away, and they could have went and at least seen their loved one before their loved one passed away? God forbid that would be the case. So he goes on to tell him that the manager wouldn't let him leave. He had to stay there and finish working. Long story short, he goes check on his mom, make sure everything was good, In his mind now, he's saying that he vowed to have to not work for nobody again that could control him and tell him when to leave, what to do. And this might not work for everybody, but it's a good incentive to put in people's mental that there is a better way. And it's nothing easy. He explained all the hard work that he went through to accomplish being a successful entity. So after, his mother was okay and everything, he left. He said he went and got on Instagram and he studied it and he figured out how to push his brand that he was pushing at the time. Some of it, well, at the beginning of it, he thought it was gonna win and it didn't win. And he kept doing it until he found his niche. He found his niche and he never looked back. And see, those are the things that we need to keep in mind. That fight hard for what you want. It's not going to be easy. So when you do win, you're going to appreciate it. So my point to this thing is, he made it so successful. He told Gilly and them and Wallow that. He said he was so happy. And this is what's called being a good dude, a real dude, and why God always going to bless a person like him. He even went back to look for the manager. He wanted to give that manager $100,000 because if it wasn't for him, he would have still thought if he would let him go see his mother, he would have went and seen his mother, make sure she was okay, and he would have went and came on back to work the next day and would have probably continued working a 9 to 5 and wouldn't have had it in his mind not to push towards being a successful entrepreneur. So that's my point. So if he can go back and want to bless the man that with $100,000 that wanted to stop him from going to see and check on his mother, that they said and requested for him to come because it was very bad. She was very sickly. Even though Wallow or Gilly, but Gilly was like, nah, F that dude, man. He tried to tell you don't see your mama, man. And the dude was like, yeah, I get it. But just the mindset to do that, even though he was very upset with that guy, but he just thought about the good part that came out of it, turned a negative into a positive. So, with that being said, now everybody's seeing, through a lot of tabloids that Diddy got dropped from Ciroc. And I've been seeing a lot of tabloids got it up there like it's a joke about how he got dropped from Ciroc, clowning the situation. And me, I'm just looking like, it really, that's not really funny. It's really not. And I've been around, excuse me, I've been around Diddy a few times, but not on no personal level or things like that. We got mutual friends, a few of them, and that's how I was around, and me, I'm just a real dude when it comes to things like that. I don't like to see nobody suffering, see nobody going broke or getting broke. I'm not saying Diddy is broke. That shouldn't break him because he got big, major accolades. Major accolades. I'm just saying it's still taken away from his legacy, something that he could leave for his kids later on down the road. So now I get some people probably mad with him, upset with him. I can't comment on that part because you have a right to do what you want to do. I'm just speaking out just in terms and in general of, us as a culture, we need to stick together with certain things, even if we mad at somebody. You don't have to actually show it. You don't have to. That's if you don't want to. But don't put the negative energy out there like, yeah, that's good for that dude. Yeah. I've been through that before. And sometimes when that happens, things turn around bad for you as well. And sometimes it don't. But that type of energy, I don't think we need amongst us because we really all we got out here, whether we think it or not, Everybody want to be the first to have, excuse me, have the first fly car, the first with the fly jewelry. The only one that's regulating, you know, they got their friends around, but they really ain't putting nobody in position. As long as they looking better than everybody, they'll let them hang around them, but they want to be that man or that woman regulating. Instead of, once we get in position, let's put other people in position. Now you have people that do put people in position, and some people are not deserving to be put in position because, once again, it's like a crab in the barrel syndrome. Some of them is around just to see what they can get. Then some of them be around when they see the process starting, and they don't even want to help until the process start and it start being successful. Now they want to act like they've been around, and they got all these excuses about why ain't nobody looking out for them now. So, you know, things go a whole bunch of ways of things where we need to stop doing that. So like I said, I've been seeing people, you know, saying crazy stuff about Puff losing his position in the Ciroc movement and all that. And I don't really think that that's cool. I don't wish bad on nobody. Everybody have their flaws. Everybody not going to treat you how you want to be treated as well. Sometimes you just got to sit back and be like, man, I feel for that bro. I feel for her, that female. Because one day they're going to see that they're going to need a person again. So you could bank it off of that. Person going to realize that's a learning lesson if they do lose something that benefit taking care of their kids, leaving their legacy behind, something for their kids to have when they get older. And hopefully they learn from that. But never count a person out that's like Diddy. It's a bunch of Diddys out there. It's a lot of successful entrepreneurs that go up and down and then come back up. Like they say, it ain't about a person falling off. It's about a person getting back up. And that's what bosses do. So don't always clown a person, because you never know, now it might turn back around where you might need that person again. Sometimes you could just show compassion to a person that might have done you wrong. And even if you don't, you don't have to clown a person. Just, it is what it is. So my thing is this, is what I want to say. So with Diddy being in control of Ciroc, regulating, I personally could say he put a lot of people in position to make some money with that Ciroc movement. I personally could say that because, one, I was a Ciroc boy. And how it happened, my boy Funch, I think I spoke on this before, my boy Funch, my boy Roger Barnes got together, came up with a plan to create the Ciroc Boy Movement. Roger Barnes went to Puff and gave Puff the plan, and Puff gave him the A-OK to do it. So they immediately went into effect. They put Roger Barnes the forefront of the Ciroc Boy Movement, and they was going around seeing, finding cats, promoters, clubs that was about their business, and they would go around and do a ceremony and swear them into the Ciroc Boy Movement. That's how I got into the Ciroc Boy Movement. My boy Funch called me and told me what they was doing, and they was moving and traveling, and people was calling in for the Ciroc Boys to host parties. So I said, yeah, I want to be a part of that. What I need to do. They came to Raleigh, me and my brother Biggs, God bless him. Shout out to the family out there for my brother Biggs, AKA Sean Biggs. So I told my brother Sean Biggs about it, and that's how I am. If I get something good, I'm going to always pull in one of my brothers or two of my brothers or all of my brothers if need be, if it fits the criteria. So me and him was doing so many moves with the parties and with the clubs, I had to bring my brother in. So what we did was we threw together a big party up in Raleigh at one of the biggest clubs up there, and we booked Yandy Smith. She came down, showed us incredible love. We wanted the ladies to come out, meet Yandy. She was popular, big on love and hip hop at the time. She came down and showed mad love, act just like a regular person, man. Even though we all regular people, but you know, when you're a status and you're in front of those cameras worldwide and on a big network, let's keep it real. They're not just regular. They're public figures, public faces around, and some of those type of people act funny even when they all booked for clubs and stuff like that. She never she never did that. She showed so much love. We had a good time. The energy was up crazy, and after we got the energy up real crazy, Roger Barnes did the ceremony and sworn me and my brother Biggs into the Ciroc Boy movement. So after that happened, you know, they got the bylaws, they got everything put together of what you can do and what you can't do. And that's just due to the fact of upholding the Ciroc Boys name and the Ciroc brand name down when you do events. Just in case you're not overseeing your boundaries or making the company look bad, or if something go wrong, they can try and blame Ciroc for the actual party, because they go around state to state and was brand ambassadors with Ciroc under the Roger Barnes and my boy D Funch movement for Ciroc is concerned, and Puff granted him the permission to do that. And so after that, I want to say, the meaning for me doing this video is everybody that he went and touched and sworn in Ciroc in different states, everybody was doing big parties, big Ciroc parties being flooded, people making money at the door, and it was teams. They had a crew of each Ciroc, under each Ciroc brand ambassador member. They had a team. And everybody was making money. You heard all of the RickRoss, French Montana, I want to say Meek Mills. You heard them screaming that Ciroc Boy stuff in their records. So all of that was the push to make it easier for regular black men that wasn't doing things. Well, I don't even want to say wasn't doing things. I can't say that. It was probably had a regular 9 to 5 or had their own companies and businesses, but it gave them something else to do outside of that to make money and put money in their pockets. So now if you go back up the chain of command, all of that came from Puff with the idea of one of Puff's friends, which is Roger Barnes and my boy D Funch. And it put money in people's pockets, so it helped pay bills. And no telling what else. It put food on the table, money in their kids' pocket. It probably helped their kids get school clothes, Christmas presents, all of that. So we got to think about those type of things when people in our culture got something big going on, and if we all stick together, that will leak over to everybody else making money in other places. And Puff probably never even seen none of these guys in his life. But it still put money in other people's pocket. So that's my thing, and that's my point of why we shouldn't want a person to lose their position in nothing. And if they do, hopefully they get it back. And if not, still, you never know when you might need a person. It is what it is. You don't gotta, look down upon them or talk crazy about it, because they probably gonna come back and bounce back with something way more powerful. And you never know, they would probably put you a part of it to help you put some money in your pocket, in your bank account, food on your table, clothes on your kids' back, your family back. So we need to keep that in mind out here, brothers and sisters, man, because like I said, we all we got, man. Every time I get something, I got to call one of my brothers or two of my brothers if they fit the criteria and bring them in with me, and let's make some money together. I make more money with my friends. Really, you can't really make money by yourself. You can, but there's always to an extent to that. But if you put other people on the team, it's not really taken away from your profits. The faster you can sell it, the more money you will make. The longer it take you to sell it, you're gonna dig into the money anyway, because you gotta do your daily expenses, food, gas, things of that nature. Sometimes when you got people down with you, you don't gotta go out, buy food because you're outside, you have food in your house. It's cheaper to buy. You don't have to put gas in your car, because the only thing you gotta do is get on the phone and then have one of your partners go and take care of that, which it'll be more convenient for that person to do it, and it'll make sense for both of y'all. And now more money is being made, money is being generated faster, and everybody's happy. So that's my thought process on that. And y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about the situation and what we can do to be better and grow better. Let me know if y'all feel that it's right that a person might have made a person mad or did something wrong to them, and then they actually take a fall and the person laugh at them. Do you think that is right that they laugh at them or joke about it, or laugh at her and joke about it? I mean, just let me know. I'm wide open. Ears is wide open. Comment box is wide open. And I think if we all see eye to eye on these things, we'll do better as a culture, man. So I just wanted to break that down to y'all. I got something else. Y'all know how I do. I'll be back before the day is over. I got some more content I want to share with y'all. And make sure y'all share this. All my new people watching this, subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I need y'all. Hit that like button. Keep this movement, the Street Knowledge Podcast, in the algorithms. Thanks to everybody that's donating. You can donate at $Bernard Riggin, RIGGIN. It'll be in the description. And follow me on my new IG, my new Instagram, at the @ The Real Big Boosie, BOOTSIE. And I'll see y'all in a few. Peace.